Hello, art lovers, and welcome back to Figure Study, where we appreciate the form in Transformers. I'm finishing off well, maybe not, I wanted to call it like a special week or a special month, but really I think it's just 3 videos. So I'm going to cap off the Human Alliance series with a look at what many believe to be the best, and I believe is the second best, but hey, what do you know? Uh, it's Human Alliance Jazz. He's a Pontiac Solstice, I believe. That's what everyone calls him. Um, and he's a nice looking little car. Now, mine is a little bit worn in places. Like you can kind of see some scratches at the top. And he doesn't quite hold together as well as he should in places. And he's got some scuffs. That's because I bought mine loose from an Amazon seller, which it's totally fine. I don't mind little bit of wear and tear, just because getting this guy brand new in the box would have been like over $100, or at least close to, really depending. And I was not prepared to pay that for this guy, so I got him at a much more reasonable price by getting him loose. He did actually come with all of his accessories, but because of the nature of these videos, I'm not really going to be going into them because none of them are really a part of his aesthetic. And his aesthetic is nice. It's just this nice little silver car. And, I mean, it's partially because he's Human Alliance, which is sort of like the movie masterpiece series, if you will, in a manner of speaking. He's got like paint in pretty much all the right places. He's this very nice silver all the way around. He's got these oddly blue tinted windows, but still, they're nice. It's just a little weird that they're blue. His back windshield is a little not quite right, but but he's got some nice paint for the taillights, although there are a couple of spots that seem to be completely missing anything, and his rear license plate is just a void. But still, some nice paint breakups even in the back. Nice paint on the tires. And of course, in the front, you've got the nicely painted grille, the nice clear plastic for where the headlights are, the Pontiac logo. Unfortunately, again, that's paint's a little scuffed in the front there, but I already explained that. Yeah, he looks good color-wise. Molding-wise, he also looks really good. He's got these little details up top here, and again, coming back to the grille, very nice mesh in there with the molded Pontiac logo. And I still really like this effect with the clear plastic being used to kind of pull out the headlights a bit. Some nice detailing along the side and with the door handle. He does look a little bit panely, but it's not that bad. Overall though, it's a really nice, surprisingly compact little car. I mean, he will be taller than Soundwave once he's in robot mode, but in vehicle mode, he's actually a little bit more compact. So it's really impressive what they were able to do with him, just engineering-wise. Anyway, on to the robot mode. All right, and Human Alliance Jazz in his robot mode. Now, he is very cool looking. I've said Soundwave is my favorite Human Alliance figure, but he is a very close second. He was my favorite until I got my hands on Soundwave. He just looks really, really nice. Like, there's that silver from the car all over the place. But there are all these other nice little details that have been picked out. Let me adjust the light here to try and get everything so that it's a little bit easier for everyone to see. It's got not just the silver, but there are all these nice little copper details all over the place. And of course, like the little black highlights that are, well, not highlight, you know what I mean, the little black details that are picked out. I also really appreciate that he does that thing that I think more Transformers figures need to do, where instead of simply having like, oh, hey, there's a vehicle on their back, which he has a little bit of that, but really not much. I like that you can actually see that he's sort of wearing the vehicle. Like, he's got the headlights on his shoulders, the doors folded up for his arms. He's got the back of the car kind of forms these little thigh plate things, which you can sort of put them off to the side or keep them in back. I prefer to keep them in front because it just helps to bring more of that silver and other details into the front, but it does kind of make it look like he's wearing puppy pants. But, all things considered, I'm okay with that. There's also a bit of versatility in how you have his arms, which I also greatly appreciate. Now, I prefer it like this because you get this nice elbow bend there, but you could angle them this way so that you get more of the silver, angle them back this way. The only issue I have with doing it this way is if you have it either of these ways, then you've got this kind of skinny shoulder and then Popeye forearm, which I'm not too keen on, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, he's just got all these great little details and big details. There's the front of the car on his chest, which I can't unsee this. Like, ever since I've had this figure, I've been looking at it, and it's one of the pigs from Angry Birds. It's right there. That's a pig from Angry Birds on his chest. Speaking of birds, his face, let me re-angle this again. I think that'll work. His face actually looks kind of bird-like. Like these kind of ears almost look like a cockatoo head thing, and he's got just like the way the paint is distributed on his face makes this mouth area almost look like a beak, which I guess is kind of fitting. Also, even his hands almost have they're four-fingered claws, but they almost have like a bird claw kind of look to them. I don't know, maybe that was an intentional theme with Jazz's design. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. And if I am reading too much into it, that's kind of the point, because this is an art critique. Also, can flip the little switch back here to pop down his visor, and I prefer to have the visor down because I just think that looks cool and more reminiscent of classic Jazz. Yeah, he's a very neat guy. Quite poseable. Lots of little details, lots of big details, just very nicely designed. He's very cool. Second only to Soundwave, because I just really love Soundwave's weirdness. But, I'm a special case like that. Yeah, he's so neat. And is that it's actually pulled down. Interesting. I never really noticed that. You own a figure for over a year and you just keep finding new things. I'll push those back up. So yeah. Now that I'm done messing around with this guy, that has been my look at the Human Alliance Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah, Revenge of the Fallen Human Alliance Jazz. I think maybe it's Dark. I don't know. Human Alliance Jazz. It's Human Alliance Jazz. Everyone's going to know him as Human Alliance Jazz. He's very cool. He's very silver. And he is well worth getting your hands on if you can. If you already have him, then by all means, hold on to him tightly and never let him go. And yeah, as usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Any combination of those three I would greatly appreciate, but I'll still love you anyway if you don't do any of them. And until next time, remember, art is more than meets the eye.